No idea.
Because it's now close to 7 seconds on the rage, so you can sort of
using those characters and you want to push higher in World Boss Legend, White Fox is a must-have tier 3. Especially, I will say this, especially if you're trying to push beyond the stage 9 and stage 19 barriers because of the challenge, the 100-second challenge. White you through that challenge, most likely. And
that's actually how it is. He's not going to be a main character. He's nice first. I think he's going to be amazing for Shadowlands. Although it's a seasonal uniform and it's going to be a meta support for the Blast Villain days as well as the Blast Mail Day AVX. So he still holds a lot of value if you look at that. As a character, I think you might not like him because he's not as strong as other characters, and he actually is not meant to be as strong. So you could say
if I get a proper win. Gotta corner her. Use all the skills. Nice. That's what I need. That's the kind of consistent. Alright. Here's what I'm gonna do. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, maybe can you do higher than this, bro? I kind of expecting him to just be like struggling, but it's a paywall uniform. So could he go higher? Could he go higher? You know, I'm gonna jump over against Null. Null 34, you can use blast cap.
right. I'm gonna pop one more big and there's the interruption. Okay. We're also way tankier, over 160,000 HP. This is something I do want to mention. It can be a little bit annoying. So Coulson's tier 2 passive now applies to everybody, which is great because he gives the buffs to villains, right? Those tier 2 buffs, the director's orders buffs with the increased damage to villains and the damage reduction from villains and the guaranteed crit rate. But he doesn't apply his uniform passive, which is the healing, the flat damage reduction. Sorry, not the healing. The flat damage reduction and the 30.
Yeah. Money made the world go round. I'm trying to get it all right now. Everybody worry about the crown being. Look, call me on the man right now.
The bars are flying, but this is the first phase, right? We want to ideally get out of this phase. Just chill here. Now let's listen back up. Okay, let's have this thing spawn cross down here. Just back up. Yeah, I don't want to finish this because I want to test him out a little bit more. But yeah, 4 minutes is not actually that bad for level 80.
All right.
Oh, that was nice.
We want to build up that striker skill, and I do not see any reflect. I see the increases final damage, did not see the reflect at all. But from what I can see, okay, as soon as Crescent gets out of the way, yeah, we have the debuff, so the buffs right there, we have all of the passive buffs, like the blue sword is increased here, that the tier 4 skill is conferring the stats, the buffs, right? In this case, the
and still get away with it. Mephisto, and with the T4, Thanos was able to clear it a little over a minute faster. Versus good thing I noticed in the uniform is that he lost his unique and iconic native tier 2 effect, I would say, which is that he can remove all buffs from the opponent, not just all ones that are active, which is really unfortunate because I think more native tier 2 and tier 3 characters should have a unique effect that is specific to them and that few other characters have, if any others at all. But the main difference, I would say that this uniform has traded off some survival for a lot of damage and burst damage through the 3, 5, and 4 skill. Being to get the highest score on this particular day, and once I got Thanos to T4, I ended up surpassing her score. In Giant Boss Raid, he clears the first phase in under 60 seconds, within about 48 seconds, and around 15 seconds or so faster than when he was just at level 80. Likely would have been better to mention the rotation earlier in the video, but the one that I used is to do a quick cancel of the first and second skill to fill up the ultimate T4 faster, and then do a 5 cancel to start.
The rotation after that is gonna make the orb disappear. We are definitely in need for the RNG. You need good RNG on basically all the balls or the all drops that you can get for this gun. Okay? That's how it's good. I'm cancelling it, and the good thing was I was able to collect it again with the second skill. When sort of dash towards the orb, that was the best part. But you cannot see where the orb or the ball is actually going to.
But this can still give you a good idea here so that we can get the additional elemental damage buffs, which I actually think will matter and will be similar to an actual real lead here. We're going to open with 2 and then scale this up, make sure we proc this. Let's rip it and run it. Very nice. So here's the thing. I didn't one-shot this part of the fight, right? So you're like, oh, that's bad. But remember, this is off typing. You're not going to play speed types on combat day. So 100% she would have one-shot that. 100% she would have one-shot that if it was on blast day or speed day or universal day, because there's no reduction there.
J'ai pas lancé mon tier 4, il y a un dialogue qui s'est affiché, ok, let's go. Et donc au tier 4, elle fait le niveau en combien de temps? Ça serait quand une bonne chose par la fiche de votre tier 4, comme votre tier 4 fait les dégâts, et ben vous pouvez quitter la phase d'optimisation. C'est ça que je veux dire dans la vidéo. C'était peut-être pas assez clair, donc je peux faire beaucoup de temps. Mais globalement, on a mis 1 minute 10 alors qu'elle le faisait.
For these archive events or whenever, supports always. They are the building blocks and they are the best. So that's how we're playing. Not exactly the best run, but as long as you can get that rock, as long as you can get that timing right, everything be just into place. Great. And the good thing about Psylocke is that second skill you can use sometimes to deviate yourself, because it's a VPAD skill, so you can do that. Or even if you cannot do that, her skills are not that time taking. Okay. Now, starting with the null 54, the highest stage that you can do on null. Although null is very easy, and you can also see she's just melting through it. So it should be done about in a minute, I suppose. And that's how it will be. So just showing you this run just to let you guys know about that she has insane amount. The worst mini rage possible, by the way, 0.8% with mind damage. Although elemental damage for elemental characters has been incredibly insane over the years, we have seen that, and we could actually die here. Let's see. And just look at that, stage 54, we almost died. But anyways, she has damage. Just a minute to feel.
maximum value out of your skills. Here I use my tier 3 and my tier 4 without having my 5th skill up, but after that my 5th skill pop out, so the damage that it was coming from your tier 3 and your tier 4 was still there, so I took advantage half of the 5th skill. But with this way I didn't wait for my tier 3, so I won, you know, an extra rotation. And as you can see here, I did score here 16.69. This is like one of my best scores. I've seen people doing first phase. And guys, this stage is no joke. It's stage 40 of Kang. I'm progressing right now, stage 53 with Ghost Rider. But believe me, it's a really painful stage to go through. You have another options also. There is Cable, there is Jean Grey. Magneto perhaps it's not like the best to use for this stage, but he's super easy because you can move out all of the things that boss is dropping. Because his rotation ending on his first skill, guys, he is 100% one of the best units to go through. Even for the day that he don't have advantage, he's doing crazy a lot of damage. I mean, for my account at least, he is the second best. Jean Grey, she's doing miracles there. After that, it's recently Ghost Rider. I'm doing miracles with him too. And after that, Magneto.
So you will get the same results without the artifact. Hopefully that makes sense. 2, 3, because we had it up, and we're gonna pop off. This is a situation where the existence of cancelable absolutely makes it a little bit easier for one character to sort of deal damage continuously. It ends up being I think it's almost the exact same time. Maybe not will do fall short. Let's take a look. We're gonna start off our rotation here. Pop it off. Now here's the problem. Here's where he's gonna run into some issues. He does too much damage with the first rotation. So you actually lose about, I would say, close to 10 seconds here with this phase. Now the reason why I'm pointing this out is because it's important to note I'm doing this test in a vacuum without other players because it just takes too long to get other players, and also because you have to like tell them not to attack. You know, you are with other players, that might not happen, and he might actually end up being faster because of the fact that he's obviously just cranking out a lot more damage. So we're probably gonna one-shot him here. Wow, 849. Very, very nice. There you go, baby. Wow. So that's 849. He was 4 seconds slower than Black.
More skills like Jean's, for example, Spider-Man, Wolverine has kind of a long animation, but he hides in the iframes, whereas Ghost Rider doesn't have an iframe for that. He can basically get hit and have that skill interrupted. Let's not forget about Warlocks, which is a very quick activation of the second skill that can burst you down almost immediately. This kind of ties into the third point, which is that he doesn't really have many iframes to hide in, so the opponent can target him, and even if he isn't taking much damage, they can fill up their ultimate and get their buffs up and eventually either whittle down his health or just take him out completely. The AI doesn't really help him too much in this regard because the third skill that has the heal on it almost never really gets used. It's either the fourth skill that gets activated immediately, which again is the iframe ignore, or he goes into the fifth skill. Unless these two skills are on cooldown or kind of interrupted in some way, then he'll go into the third skill, but for the most part it's not too bad. However, his survival does drop a bit because of it. Regardless of these shortcomings, you can see from these clips that he is definitely strong for PvP, and even with the 4-star artifact
skill. So this is where the run got almost 9.1 before he goes for this road. You will see the end result was not something that was good, because this is going very well, and either like on par with about 14 million is nowhere out of reach. Definitely in the range of what we can score. And we have a good 10 million or something.
look how much tankier she is. It's actually wild. We might not be able to make it through before he does the thing. Oh my god. That is so close. Okay, there we go. We pushed him with a tier 3. Had to do it to him. She's skating in the air.
It's the blast day. We don't have her type fully maxed out, but I am curious to see how this goes. Alright, alright. Come on, Luna. Come on, really? I was hoping. Okay. I think this is like, what, 20 seconds faster than when she was tier 3? I think. Oh! Oh! I was not expecting this.